All right, so I painted these fenders last night for the trailer, the pickup truck bed trailer project, sitting in here. Old early 50s model Chevrolet pickup truck bed on a trailer frame. So I didn't video the actual painting process last night. I just didn't want. Well, I sprayed at midnight while the humidity was low. So maybe when I spray the tailgate, I'll film that. I just didn't want paint on my camera. Okay, we're back on the pickup bed trailer. Pickup truck bed trailer. There you go. Sometimes I have a hard time with getting my words out. Anyway, there's the fenders. They've been sitting out in the sun baking all day. You know, like my country yard. Please excuse that. I haven't had time to mow. So we got the tailgate hanging. I'm going to spray that here in just a little bit. We'll try to film the mixing of the paint and the spraying of the tailgate. It's still beat up. I mean, it's primered. We sanded it down and primered it, and everything has been sandblasted. But since it's a trailer and it's going to get beat up some, we just are not doing a bang up job on it. I mean, we didn't fix all the dents and stuff like that. We're just spraying it because it's a trailer. What we're spraying is a Nason Fast Dry. Nason is made by DuPont, but this is a fast dry paint. That means you only have to mix it with reducer, and you don't have to put any hardener in it. So it's really easy to mix, really easy to spray. It dries very quickly, so it doesn't run real easy. So it's an easy paint to spray, especially if you're just doing a solid color, no metallic or metal flakes in the paint or anything that you want to put a clear coat over. You would spray this, especially for a trailer. You know, that's going to get beat up anyway, so you don't want to spend a lot of money on paint. Although that was probably $200 for a gallon of paint. Yeah, paint is expensive. So yeah, anytime you're messing with paint or chemicals, you want to wear a decent glove, because your skin will absorb those chemicals and cause adverse effects to your body. So let's see, we got this is a wax remover. So you always want to use that before you paint. It's going to remove wax or grease or like body oils or anything that has touched the surface. And you can, I mean, I say you can. I'm not a professional, so I'm just telling you how I do things. What I do is I just like use an old sock, cotton. It's nice and soft. And then we'll wipe down the tailgate with it hanging here. We just wipe it down. That'll take all the, or most of the, like I said, the body oils and just wax or grease or whatever might have got on the impurities might have gotten onto the surface. Let me see. Well, this certain chemical will take that off and allow the paint to stick to this surface better. you say, this is going to be a trailer, but it's going to be pulled behind a 1964 Chevrolet that's painted the same color. And so, you know, it might be in some parades and stuff like that down the road. You never know. So, I mean, you want it to look good at a distance, but you also want to be able to use it as a trailer and not worry about scratching it up. So, you know, we're not doing a show car quality paint job on this thing for that very reason. But it'll look good enough. Whoever watches my videos, just stick with me. I'm trying to make better quality stuff. I'm learning more about microphones and higher quality video and stuff like that for down the road. So hopefully my videos will get more entertaining, better sound quality, better video quality, and all of that. I could raise my stick up just a little bit, couldn't I? See, I don't even know how to operate my tripod properly. So anyway, hang with me, it'll get better. All right, now that we've wiped it down, the tailgate down with our wax remover, I'm going to blow it off when we get down with shop air. Just make sure it's nice and dry there. And then we have what you call a tack rag, or a tack cloth, right here, tack cloth. It's a sticky, basically a sticky rag that you can wipe your surface down with, and it will pick up the remaining of impurities like dust or whatever might be on it. So you always want to, number one, wipe your surface down with the wax remover, and then finish wiping with a tack rag to get any remaining dust or impurities off of the surface. See, that picked up a little more stuff. I'm happy with that. Put the tack cloth back in its little wrapper, and then we'll use it again for another job. I'm going to go ahead and mix the paint and spray this. Here's my paint gun. It's a Cobalt. I just bought it at Lowe's. It's nothing real special, but it's got a big can, so it holds extra paint. I've attached a pressure regulator to it so I can set my pressure to where I want it. This gun operates at 40 PSI. It's not the best gun, but it works. As long as you know what you're doing. So this paint, it mixes at a ratio of 8 to 2. So it's 8 parts of the Nason and 8 parts of the reducer. So basically what I do with this is I just break 8 to 2 down to 4 to 1. So I do 4 parts to 1. because this won't hold. I mean, I guess it will hold 8-2 depending on what ratio you use. But anyway, besides all that, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one part, and that fills that about halfway up, which would probably be enough for that tailgate. So, all right, here we go. Popped it. Well, you know what? It's been sitting here all night. I better shake it vigorously. Shake, 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 shake it. Uh-oh. Get some paint coming out. Didn't have the lid shut good. All right, so we're gonna pop the top. Smurf blue, I call it. Take our stick that we used yesterday, since it's already got some blue on it, and just stir it a little bit. Put that down in our mix cup. And then you always want to pour through a screen. Anytime you buy paint, a good local paint dealer will have a funnel with a screen, a filter on the end of it. So that helps filter out any impurities. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put 1 pint of Smurf in here. So there's 1 pint. Well, I got it a little high. Let me transfer some of that back over. All right, there's a pint. And then we're going to put about 4 ounces of reducer that we're going to add to that. Now let's put our lid back on here so that don't, since this is a fast dry paint, you want to keep that somewhat sealed. All right, and what I usually like to do is I like to mix the paint and reducer together in its mix cup before I put it into the paint can. And we only have a gallon of paint, so I have to be mindful. I have to have enough left to paint the trailer, the actual box. I've already painted the fenders. I'm gonna have the tailgate done, and then I have to have enough left over to paint the box sides and front and the insides. So I think we have plenty. Okay, so we're gonna now pour this into our paint can. And we're going to put our lid on. And we're going to do something that I should have already done. I'm going to put my respirator on, because I'm standing here sniffing fumes right now. But that's not the first time, probably won't ever be the last. Now my voice will be a little muffled from here, but that's okay, because safety first. All right, I have moved y'all to the outside so that I don't get paint all over my camera. Now, this little bulb right here is a water separator, supposedly. It's supposed to help trap water that might get pulled out of the atmosphere into my air compressor, and my regulator needs to be set at 40, and it is. Okay, so I usually, if you'll allow me to turn this way, usually I'll test my spray pattern on my shop door. Spray pattern's good. It needs to be shaped like a football. See, shaped like a football. So I'm not going to go into all the details of how to set this paint gun. I might do that on a later video. Okay, so there is one coat of paint. What I have to do now is let that tack up. In other words, I'll need to be able to touch it, and it's just sticky. So it has to tack up before I put the next coat on it. And what I'll do is I'll just keep coating it until I run out of that paint. Since I've already mixed it, I can't reuse it, or I can't save it. It'll dry too fast. So I bet we'll get about 5 or 6 coats on this tailgate before I run out of paint. So it'll be nice and thick, and it'll shine. And again, it's going to have its dents in it. You know, a lot of times your finish is only as good as the body work under the finish, but again, this is a trailer and it's going to get beat up. So, you know, we wanted it to look halfway decent, but not, you know, be scared to scratch it or beat it up a little bit. Second coat on the tailgate. Just so y'all know, this job is for a dear friend of mine. Love you, man, if you're watching this. Third coat. Every once in a while, take your paint can and just stir the paint to keep it from keep it from hardening up in your can. Just, you know, kind of like you do your iced tea to keep the sugar mixed. Same thing. This is how the time between sprays goes. You just paste the floor. Still wet. Not tacky enough. Okay, this is the third or the fourth or the fifth coat. I've already lost track. I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, that's enough coats. I'm almost out of paint. Okay.
Scratch it?
No, don't touch it. Like I said, you gotta keep in mind we didn't do body work because it's a trailer. It's gonna get beat up. So it's just paint.
Strong.
Yeah, it is strong.
I like that stuff.
Probably shouldn't be in here without a respirator.
Now I need to paint the truck next.
Yeah. Definitely.
Remember,
I'm getting into this painting, man.
Well, leave the plastic up. Whenever you get all that, we can bring the truck in here and start working on the body.
Might be time for new plastic. Starting to rip and stuff.
I don't want to spray the
We
bumpers on that
could.
car black.
I thought about, man, we could do like a two-tone paint on it, like a diagonal stripe, like a diagonal cut right down the middle of the car, and have the back half blue and the front half white.
No. I mean, no.
That's like what
Heck no.
the-
maybe like horizontally, maybe like a horizontal like
Didn't they used
pinstripe
to do like
separated
Or like
gray
a
and red.
ZZ Top stripe down the side of it, like a ZZ Top car.
Didn't they used to do that on the Gremlin? Like they had a stripe going down from the back.
There's a hockey stick.
I can make your vinyl too. Like you can come up with this cool design. I can print it out. Or Fireberry. Yeah.
You need to do like a horizontal two-tone, gray on top, like a red on. Well, no, that wouldn't look good on that car.
They used to paint those cars. I've seen several of them. I had a friend that had one in Charlotte. It was like from the point on the hatch down to the front corner of the door, like a imaginary line.
Yeah.
The back half of it was like a blue, and the front was a white.
Well, that'd probably
Something
be pretty
like
cool.
that. Yeah, I mean,
But I don't know. I feel like a darker color.
it
would
was
be
cool
better
in
on
the
that
80s.
car.
I don't know if it'd be cool now. Okay, so we absolutely have enough paint on the tailgate. And I have a little left, but it's just not enough to worry about. Yeah, it's like pouring concrete, you know, you always have a little left over, so you just got to pour it somewhere. So I pour it in my trash can, let the cardboard and stuff in the can soak it up. Very important when you get done spraying with your gun, you always want to take some lacquer thinner and clean your gun up so it will be usable the next time you need to use it. So I pour a little lacquer thinner in the can, put the lid on, shake it again, swirl it like you would your iced tea, mix that sugar up. That lacquer thinner will break down all that paint. Push the trigger and let some of it pour through the nozzle right into your mixing cup. Clean it up as well. And you'll need to go through that procedure a couple times just to get all the blue out. I usually pour it right back into my mixing cup because it's gonna need to be cleaned out as well if I'm gonna use it again, which I am gonna use it again because we still have to paint the box of the trailer. So but probably when we get done with this project, I'll just throw that mixing cup away, get a new one. Okay, so we got our new batch of lacquer thinner in there. Mix it up again and then go ahead and plug it into your air hose and blow through. Blow the lacquer thinner through. But don't blow it on your fresh paint. Blow it somewhere else. Okay, but I'm sure y'all understand what I'm saying, so I'm gonna just let you go. We'll finish this project. Tomorrow's Sunday. I probably won't tomorrow, but Monday, hopefully. Thanks for watching.